بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
This Ramadan, don't break your fast with Israeli dates. Messages like these one have been circulating on social media networks around the world. The reason is quite simple. Israel grows these dates on confiscated Palestinian land it illegally occupies. 60% of Israeli dates are grown in illegal settlements and 80% of those dates are exported.
You are stealing my house!
And if I don't steal it, someone else is going to steal it.
Dates are the most profitable Israeli crop, and exporting them, mainly to Europe and the United States, greatly strengthens the Israeli economy. However, in order to reach multi-million-dollar profits, Israel engages in exploitative practices. And here's how. Picking dates is extremely tiring and dangerous work, which is why illegal Israeli settlers outsource the task to Palestinians, using them for cheap labor. The job requires Palestinian workers to climb palm trees using cranes, staying up to 12 meters above ground for hours, without the possibility of even going to the toilet, and sometimes in extreme heat. The crane lowers the workers to the ground only after they have fulfilled the harvest quota. In these conditions, Palestinians are at risk of heat stroke and injuries. And when an injury does occur, they often have no access to quality healthcare or compensation for a workplace injury. Israeli companies have an established practice of particularly exploiting Palestinian children because they climb trees faster, work for minimum wages, and are easier to take advantage of. Due to widespread poverty, desperate Palestinian families are often forced to withdraw their children from school and send them to work for illegal settlers. Palestinian rights activists have long been urging people around the world not to buy Israeli dates for years.
To purchase dates for Ramadan that are grown on stolen Palestinian land with stolen Palestinian water, and the profit goes to the state of Israel, it goes to the thieves, is unheard of. It's immoral.
They are continuing with the campaign this year as well.
ولا أحد يقاطع إلا ولي الأمر إذا أمر بذلك. هذا من السياسة الشرعية. أما كل واحد يحرم ويقول قاطعوا ولا تقاطعوا، لا، هذا ما يجوز. تحريم الحلال ما يجوز. نعم.
إذا هويتك لن تستطيع أن تصمد مع التنوع الكبير في العالم، معناتها هويتك ضعيفة ويجب أن نستغني عنها.
ترى ما في شيء اسمه ايش يجب ان يقاطع لا مطعم ولا مقهى بأمر من فلان وعلان. من انت؟ من انت؟ هل انت ولي امر؟ اذا ولي الامر امر بذلك يطاع لانه ولي امر، لان الله جل وعلا امرنا ان نسمع ونطيع لولي الامر ما استطعنا، لكن انت لست ولي امر.
يقول لك لا تجوز المقاطعه الا باذن ولي الامر. ما دخل ولي الامر بالمقاطعه؟ ما دخل ولي الامر ان اشتري من شئت يعني اترك من شئت؟ وهذا امر غريب. يعني اخوة بينزلون ولاة الامور منزلة الالهة، وهذا امر مشكل. امر مشكل ان تنزل ولاة الامور منزلة الالهة. ولاة الامور بشر مثلنا، لهم علينا حق ولنا عليهم حق. ان تنازعنا نحن وهم في شيء فنرد الامر الى الله والرسول إن كنا نؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر. إن كنا نؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر. أما الطاعة المطلقة لولاة الأمور ليست من شأننا أبدا، إنما الطاعة في المعروف كما قال الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. ومن الواجب علينا نحن وولاة الأمور إذا اختلفنا ماذا نصنع؟ نرجع الأمر إلى كتاب الله وسنة رسول الله. تنازعتم في شيء فردوا إلى الله والرسول. لا نطالب بخروج على حكام، وفي ذات الوقت لا نطيعهم في المعصية أبدا. بارك الله فيك.
The early Islamic civilization, which rose up in Medina, it took one generation before they moved to Damascus. So Arabia has only been important twice in its history. At the initial inception of Islam, and then when oil became valuable in the early 70s. It's also important to say that my government has never ever claimed a religious leadership. We go out of our way as a government to say we have no role to play in the development of religion. Now, we influence our religious scholars, definitely. And the royal family, for instance, in Saudi Arabia, again, goes out of its way to say it's not related to the Prophet. We're just a tribal bunch of Bedouins who happened to win the war.